been 9 months! That is right, guys. Uncrackable Royale is finally back after about 9 months. And, well, we're gonna get into the updates in a second, but why it broke? Some kind of validation error in UEFN that just stopped from working, and I kind of gave up on trying to fix it until I had a lot of free time, which was during my winter break. And I also quit my job, so I had plenty of time. And I copied everything from that one, the old Uncrackable map, dropped it into a new one, and it validates and it publishes. And right now, Epic is reviewing a version that should be coming out soon. So there will be a new code. I'll have it on the screen. Yeah, it's a different code. I unlisted the old one as well, or I am going to. I haven't done it yet. So now let's get into the updates. It's going to be a little different. I'm going to have to pull up my patch notes on my phone because right now my computer's not handling running UEFN and Fortnite very well. Like, I keep running out of RAM. And in this economy, I could never buy more RAM. So I'm having to make this work. Okay, let's start. I will say, last update that came out, which was update 4.25. This is update 4.3. Update 4.25 never got a video for it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it published. I guess I have no way of knowing. I'm pretty sure when I was looking over the old thing, it said update 4.25. So I'm pretty sure that came out. But it never got a video because, you know, update 4.3 was supposed to be bigger. And I never got that far. But the idea with update 4.3 was there were going to be a bunch of NPCs. There was supposed to be like a little war going on in Obliterated Bay. And some guards in Staggered Streets, as well as a boss, General Veruga, somewhere in here. But I decided not to do that, because NPCs are kind of weird to work with, and I figured it's been so long since there's been a lot of content, so I'm just gonna try and speed through Season 4 while still making it good, storyline-wise, so we can get on to Season 5, because Season 4 has been out for, like 2 years? So, I mean, it's kind of a long season. But anyway, we're here at Obliterated Bay because the battle is over. Even though, you know, it never really happened on the map. I mean, it happened story-wise. And the winners are Fort Quincy, which is, those are the good guys. So that's good. The name is now green on the map, and you can see they've set up defenses to make sure, or to fend off against a future Red Industry attack. So, you know, they have some walls, smaller than Fort Quincy, but similar style, as well as these, like, scaffolding type things that they built out of in Obliterated Bay during the battle. And they have reused some of the Red Industry turrets that they left behind. So, yeah, everything other than their turrets, though, are gone, and a few of their walls. And where do they go? Into the ocean. So they dumped a bunch of the old Red Industry stuff out here into the ocean. So that's all out here. And I mean, that's pretty much it. There are a bunch of little changes, like this thing that collapsed in. Nothing huge. The walls are the biggest difference now, but there are a bunch of gaps between the walls, so the mobility's not affected that much. Okay, the next thing is cool because there's something that was never in a video because it came out in update 4.25, which is an NPC of Gorus, which is one of the main characters in the story, of course. He's been relevant since Season 1. And I know that doesn't sound like a long time, but it's been almost 3 years. Wait, sorry, almost 4 years. It's been more than 3 years. So last update, Gorus was up here, and you could talk to him and tell him like there's a battle going on outside, and then he'd be like, well, I didn't know about that. And then you could also recommend him to go to Fort Quincy. He also had a logbook that was talking about research he was doing on the Shield Corps. It said he was sneaking into Reactor Row and finding out information on the Shield Corps. But now, in the new update, he can be found up at Fort Quincy, where you could have recommended him to go. Along with him being up here, where you can talk to him, and his logbook is still here. There's also a new journal entry from another character, Kylie, in this red house, and I'll read all of these in a second. Then there's a journal entry from a new character named Jonah and another new character named Ivan. And the last journal entry is from Kenneth over in this house. So those are all the character names. There are various journals and logbooks have only been a thing in the past couple of updates, so you probably don't even remember their names, but that's them. And now I'll go over those books in a second, but the last little change to go over, or just to mention, I guess, is this little ditch that's been here for a while. Back before the renewed version of Uncrackable came out, this used to be an actual cave, a little area called the Undercity, and then it was just a ditch for a while, and now it has a pipe in it, and it's been filled with sewage water. So, just something to note. And now I'm gonna start up the game and read through each of the journals and also talk to Goris. Shout out to this ugly ass UI, by the way. Oh, also something to mention while I'm loading in. There's a new quest, so you'll get XP for talking to Goris. And I want to say I'm aware of a glitch that happens when you're playing on console, which is I believe you can only select northwest and southwest on this location selection screen, and I don't know how to fix it, but I do know about it, and somewhere down the line I'll probably try to fix it. I've also added in all of Chapter 6 movement. Alright, here he is. I don't know why, like last update, he just stood still, but for some reason now I couldn't get him just to stand still. He had to be moving around a little bit, but he only walks around on this floor, so good enough, I guess. Alright. Hey, are you the one who told me to come up here to Fort Quincy? And then you can say, no, that wasn't me. And then he says, oh, then what's up? And then you can say nothing. I'm just going to go through the path that gives the most information. So say, are you the one who told me to come up to Fort Quincy? Yeah. I appreciate your recommendation. Now I can continue my research with like-minded revolutionaries nearby. And then, what are you researching? Whoa, hold on. Are you with the Red Industry? Of course not. Okay, I trust you. I've switched my focus away from Reactor Row, and now I'm looking at the big prize, staggered streets. Really? Are you crazy? Maybe, but then again, maybe not. Have you been over that way? There are pipes and tanks all over town. There's clearly a lot of liquid being moved around all over the city. If we can compromise those pipes, then I'm thinking we can catch them off guard. I don't know why the cutoff is right there for dialogue. It cuts off just the last two letters of guard, but whatever, man. Whoa. Yeah. So, Boris has a plan to make a strike against the Red Industry. Then in his logbook, it says, the pipes, Christ's sake, it's all in the pipes. The answer to our little situation is all over staggered streets. We flood their streets with sewage and waste. They aren't quite going to be in the condition to fight us. So that's exciting, you know. Things with the war are heating up. Now on to Kylie, which is one of the people who had a journal already. I cannot believe who I just saw walking down the street. It was General Goris. Well, I guess he's not the general anymore. Either way, I was too scared to talk to him. But I overheard him say there's some stranger down at the docks who told him to come up this way. With him on our side, this war might not be all lost. So obviously, the stranger is the player, whichever player chose to tell him to come up this way. Now, shoot. Yeah, I just remembered. Dang it, dude. Dang it. I meant to change this to say the right names before I publish the release. I'll fix it, and I'll change it for next update, which shouldn't be that far away. So, that's kind of annoying. I guess everybody's named Kylie now. So here's Jonah's journal. That's a new character. I figured I should start logging some things because this is about to get big. Since that election, we've gotten all sorts of vagrants from around the area coming to get away. At this point, it's like we're forming some kind of revolution. Kylie said that she even saw Goris walking around in our town. This is gonna get exciting. So that's the new character, Jonah. And here is Ivan. All of this war business has really stressed me out, so Kylie recommended me to start journaling. Jonah seems so excited about this despite the danger. Kylie's not excited, but she isn't scared like me. She isn't the type to be. I'm sure she could lead the revolution if she wanted to. So that's Ivan. You can probably tell Ivan, Kylie, and Jonah are friends. And in Kylie's first journal entry, she mentions two guys helping her out when she made it to Shaky Shelter, because she lived in Staggered Streets, was helped out by a Red Industry soldier who told her to come to Shaky Shelter, and then she met those two guys, which are Jonah and Ivan. So, I mean, I'm just filling in the holes here because most people probably forgot the old journal entries because it's been so long. So now I'm flying over to the last one, which is Kenneth. While I'm on my way over there, I think I should mention something kind of interesting, which is my original plan for this, which I was planning on doing, I believe in summer of 2023, was to have each of these characters be voiced. And I even had some of the lines from the characters, and Kenneth was going to be voiced by Junior. So, it would have been an interesting cast, but now they probably are not going to get voices. Because I'm planning on continuing to tell the story through in-game like this. Alright, here it is. He's here. I saw him with my own eyes walking the streets. He's like the Grim Reaper, the way death and destruction is left behind wherever he goes. I'd like to see him rot. I'm planning on heading out to Shaky Shelter to see if I can meet up with that woman that I helped escape from here. I really hope she made it. So, that's the last journal. Of course, the guy he's talking about is General Veruga, the general that took over the Red Industry and, you know, displaced General Goris and started all of this tyrannical business. So that's that. Hopefully that was kind of a good recap of the story for you guys, because, you know, the next few updates are going to be very story focused. Okay, and it seems like I made it through the video without Fortnite crashing, which is really awesome. But before I head out, a couple things I want to note. Number one, Uncrackable updates should hopefully be more consistent from now on. I don't know how consistent, but, you know, more consistent. Another one should be coming out this week. And I'm also working on a small Miniature Mayhem update to come out before the launch of Miniature Mayhem Season 3. And then for Uncrackable, there are probably 2-3 more updates before Season 5. So that's not a lot. So if you're not subscribed, now would be a good time to get subscribed because a lot of content is coming out soon. I'd also like to mention the last video that I posted just a couple days ago is about an unreleased map that I made, and that is part of a series in which you will get to vote for one of my maps that I never finished for me to finish up and release. So more of those videos will also be coming out soon. So right now there are 2 candidates. You should probably go, there's a playlist, watch those 2 videos, and start thinking about which one you might want to see fully published. And one last thing, if you would like to hire me to come into your Fortnite map and either build something for you or teach you how to build something, that service is available if you join my Discord server with the link in the description. Then there is a channel where you can see rates and you can contact me for more information on Discord. And I really appreciate everybody that checks that out. But if you don't want to do that, you can just support me by playing the map. It actually really does help out. So, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and use code GravyMan and play the map. I should come up with a catchphrase, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.